Peace Prize because she drops DU on people, Gerald.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, Norway should be Orwell spelled backwards for giving Obama the Peace Prize. And talking about peace and Obama's stance when he made this speech, I want to read this. To brush aside America's responsibility as a leader, and more profoundly, our responsibilities to our fellow human beings under such circumstances, meaning Libya, would have been a betrayal of who we are. Some nations may be able to turn a blind eye to atrocities in other countries. The United States is different. Hey, how about to those atrocities going on over there in Saudi Arabia and in Bahrain? Now let's look at this. What if the Soviet, Russia, Putin, decides that we're going to bring democracy to Saudi Arabia? We're going to give those women rights. They have none now. We're doing this because we're the great Russian people. How would Americans respond to that one?
Well, that's how the new imperial invasion works. They fund the people to rise up. Then, we've got to go in and attack this country because it's humanitarian grounds. I mean, this is so transparent what's happening.
Yeah, but again, what would happen if Russia went into Saudi Arabia? What would happen if Russia had gone into Libya?
Well, that's like preemptive war that Bush announced. Do other countries get to attack people first now? Because everybody always knew the bad guys attacked first. Now the good guys attack first. Well, does that mean everybody can attack their neighbor now? Does that mean Saddam was good for attacking Kuwait?
Now, only America's good. We're the only ones that know good or no good.
Now, I want to shift gears.
Hypocrisy, as I said, it's everywhere. The facts are the facts, and the facts are that people are getting slaughtered all over the world, and when there's no money in it, nobody cares.
Now, Gerald, we're going to have 5 more minutes with you in the next hour. Then we're going to your calls, those that are holding on the fact that it is public, that Al-Qaeda is being run by the U.S. government. But going back to you, Gerald, here in the end of this segment, the next, the economy, what do you see happening there?
Well, you just read some of those housing statistics that came out. Well, the housing prices are down over 33%. That's worse than Great Depression levels. We're looking at volume that's going to last for years of empty homes. This isn't going anywhere. The only thing that's happened is, and again, you only go by the facts, that this recovery was, they said it from the beginning, was to save the too big to fails. They did it. The rich got richer and everybody else got poorer. This isn't, a line. Let's look at the facts. 10% of the population controls 90% of all of the stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. 5% of the population controls 65% of all the wealth. You look at the numbers. Look at Christmas sales when they happen. Where was the big increase? The luxury items. The Ponzi scheme is collapsing. Madoff had an interview in New York Magazine in February 27th. Out of this whole piece of garbage, there were 2 lines worth listening.
Stay there. Give us those lines when we come back in 1 minute.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Gerald, I remember when we first started interviewing you about 4 years ago, you said the next big bubble to pop was education. Now, you were called, paranoid then. Now the mainstream media, the big hot thing is admitting that it's a big scam, a ripoff. 9 die in Alabama hospital because of infected IV bags. Hundreds of thousands die a year because of hospital problems, bad drug interactions. But we've got to give all our rights up because the terrorist might attack us. But the real terrorists are the people that created the NASDAQ, like Bernie Madoff. But even a crook like him can tell the truth. Tell folks what he said.
Well, he said two things that stuck in my mind. One was that he said, as soon as I got into the business, I learned right away you had to be on the inside, and the game is rigged. The game is rigged. That's Bernie's words, and he should know. Gabish, it's rigged. It's a sucker's bet. Number two, and this goes back to where the economy is going, he said the government is one big Ponzi scheme. The king of Ponzi should know about a Ponzi scheme. And that's what this is. The global Ponzi scheme is collapsing. That's why you're seeing all of these revolts going on. And as I said, when all else fails, they take you to war. Look what's going on over in Europe with the European Monetary Union. Portugal's toast. Greeks are cooked.
Again, you, Tarpley, and countless other real economists, researchers, experts, years ago, named the countries: Greece, then Ireland, then Portugal, then Spain, then France, then Germany, then England, then the U.S., but instead the bankers are posing as the saviors for the crisis that they've created, and now the headlines are EU collapsing exactly as we knew it would begin to.
Exactly. So here's what they've done. Make this very simple. They keep pushing this money out to their buddies, as we saw with the reporting from the one-time reporting from Dodd-Frank. And we found out $20 trillion worth of federal money. Here's the way it works. You're a bank. Here, Alex, here's $20 billion. Get it back out into the system. You're going to give me $20 billion? Yeah, don't worry about it. No interest. You're my pal. When do I pay you back? Don't worry about it. Just get that money out there. Keep the damn game going. And they give it to Germany. They give it to Switzerland. They give it to France. They give it to General Electric. And you saw those numbers that came out. How much tax did General Electric pay? So this is what they're doing. They keep pushing this money, and the EU is doing the same thing. The Maastricht Agreement, it ain't worth nothing.
Listen, I have an employee who gets paid decent money, has great credit, had a bank account with J.P. Morgan Chase for 7 years. He went in to get a little car loan, and they were rude to him, and the banker told him, you get nothing. And the hundreds of billions they've gotten in the bailout money, it goes to their bonuses, and they've cut lending when they're supposed to loan it out. They're hoarding it all because the worse the economy gets, the more they can buy up everything.
You got it. And you look at the merger and acquisition action going on now, it's increased. You know what I say? These guys are no more than money junkies. They can't get enough, and they want everything that you have. And they don't care if you're dying or you're dead. They're going to grab it from you. Look, talking about dying or dead, they want to increase now the retirement age till after you're dead. How's that? That'll work just fine.
And by the way, in closing, fake conservatives all over talk radio say, don't do anything to the banks. They're free market. No, they're getting government welfare. They're running the government. And I'm so sick of these fake conservatives lying to their listeners and saying the bankers are good.
Oh, and how about this one? In talking about balancing the budget? Hey, yeah, let's start another war. Detroit isn't worth anything anymore. Let's, spend a couple of $100 million a day on another losing war. Where are the conservatives there?
Well said. Trendsresearch.com, trendsresearch.com. Always great to have Gerald Celente on with us. God bless you, my friend. Look forward to speaking to you in the near future. Trendsresearch.com.
Alex has told you about the terrible perfect storm of rising food prices. The Japanese tragedy proves how important food is. Our own gas prices are driving food costs through the roof. The huge population countries are buying up American unprotected exports of food. The falling dollar is inflating food prices. Ethanol subsidies are driving fuel and food costs to all-time highs. We are experiencing the greatest explosion of food shortages and food prices America has ever seen. Folks, you have to freeze the cost and availability of your food now. Through March 31st, eFoods Direct has free shipping on all orders. You can freeze the cost and availability of your food and have it shipped free. Call 800-409-5633 on the web efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Free shipping ends March 31st. 800-409-5633 on the web efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Silver Lungs generator. Now you can produce pure and endless colloidal silver and deliver the solution directly into the bloodstream by breathing the solution through the lungs. The respiratory system is the first line of defense for airborne pathogens and viruses. The Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced nanosilver solutions and also delivers the silver nanoparticles instantly into the bloodstream. With continued legislation threatening the sale of nano-silver products, you can now produce pure and endless colloidal silver with the Silver Lungs generator. Very easy to follow step-by-step instructions are provided, making production fast and simple. Go to www.silverlungs.com today and learn more about the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. That's www.silverlungs.com.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Well, we have 52 minutes left in live transmission. Fukushima number 2 is completely melted down, and it's basically going Chernobyl. 10,000 times safe radiation was reported last week. As of Sunday, it was 100,000 times. We're going to be recapping that, but I want to go to Michael, John, Jesse, George, Perry, and others that have been patiently holding, because before Gerald Celente, always informative, joined us, I was getting into Newsweek, Fox, AP, New York Times, showing you the articles where the FBI cooks the bomb, trains the driver, lets them bomb the World Trade Center the first time, uses Al-Qaeda against the Serbs when the Serbs fight back. NATO bombs them with DU. 6 weeks ago, CIA sending in people to lead Al-Qaeda against the secular Muammar Gaddafi. Anwar al-Awlaki back in the news saying he's going to get us, give all your rights up. Of course, he directly hangs out at the Pentagon. Al-Qaeda leader died at the Pentagon just months after 9/11, Fox News. And now they're saying 160 nukes